Welcome back, Norfolk enjoyers from near and far. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Steph, and you are listening to episode 4, season 2 of the Norfolk and Good podcast. We've been covering in this season all the things which we feel make up the components of a marvellous Norfolk summer.
Yes, we have. We have. It's been great discussion so far.
Indeed, yeah. So far we have talked about some rather special visitors that are coming to the streets of Norwich this summer.
Oh, yes. T-Rexes.
Indeed,
yes.
Yeah. And Dippy. And well, he's not coming to the streets, but you know what I mean.
You never know.
That would be spectacular. And we've also talked about alfresco dining.
Yes.
Which has been made even more popular by the events of the last year. Outdoor sports.
Yes.
Good for the mind, body and soul, we discovered.
Yeah, apparently so, yes. Looking forward to trying a few of them.
Absolutely, yeah. And then this episode, we are going to be talking about beaches.
Beaches, yes. We love a beach, don't we?
Indeed.
The sand under our feet. the waves lapping at the shore.
The sea air in our nostrils. Now, obviously, we've talked about Norfolk beaches lots in past episodes, haven't we? Lots and lots and lots, especially in season 1. In fact, we did a whole 2-part episode about the Norfolk coast.
Yeah, our travels around the coast.
Indeed, there was so much to say. In fact, I think 3 episodes were dedicated to it because we started in East Norfolk and then did 2 on North Norfolk.
We did. So there was a bonus episode.
Indeed, yeah. And really, that's a bit like living in Norfolk. We are beaches. We've got the bonus of beaches here in Norfolk, haven't we?
Yes, plenty to chat about.
Absolutely spoiled. So we're not going to delve too deeply into all of that today because we've already spoken about them.
Yeah.
But we will obviously discuss a couple of the beaches. Which is your favourite beach? Could you pin it down, Andrew?
I don't know whether I can mention my favourite. There's a couple of ones.
You can't mention it. Why is it?
I can't mention it. Secret. Yeah, I don't want anybody else to go there. No. There's a few for different aspects of beach visits.
Go on then. Tell us.
Well, first of all, you got Cromer Beach, which I love going to. Yeah. The reason I love Cromer Beach is one thing. It's really close to all the food and the arcades, so that's good. Plus, it's got you can go underneath the pier, and there's lots of pebbles and things to look at and find and shells, and also it's a working beach as well. So you've got the fishermen coming in and out. Yes. So I love all that.
Lots of interest going on there, isn't there? You've got the pier, you've got the seaside resort attached to it. Yeah. Good rock pooling at low tides, and like you say, and there's a small fun fair on the front there as well. Yeah. Lots of good fish and chips.
Yeah, so it's nice.
It's a classic seaside beach, isn't it?
Yeah, and an excellent day out.
Yeah. We love Cromer. Yeah.
We do. Then just a bit further along, West Runton.
Yeah.
The beach there. For the rock pooling mainly.
Yeah.
And also it's a nice beach. You can make sandcastles there, nice sandy beach. Yeah. And when the tide's out, you can do rock pooling.
Very
as well.
unspoilt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very natural.
Yeah. And I remember we went there with the boys and we made a lovely great sandcastle, which we were going to allow the sea to come in, but we had to build this great big tunnel. A trough, basically.
Yes,
down to the sea. So that's for that sort of thing.
Yeah, West Runton's lovely.
Yeah, and finally, Wells and Holcombe.
Yeah.
As a walk.
Yes.
Beach walk.
Yes, yeah. And
I like that one.
Very nice. I mean, they are just expanses of sandy dunes and sandy beach and that kind of thing, aren't they? Really fabulous.
So they're my kind of the 3 I like.
3 top beaches.
Well, I don't know whether I say top because there would be others, but I can't mention them all today.
You don't want to offend other Norfolk beaches are fabulous and available.
No, I do not. One last one, Brancaster. And that is really open and wild. I like that beach as well.
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. So we asked our listeners and followers on Instagram what their favourite Norfolk beaches were. And Wells actually came out top. You'll be interested to know. Yeah.
Very good. Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Holcombe and Cromer close second, which is interesting because they're the ones you just mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and they are all fabulous
there
beaches.
You go.
I don't actually know if I could pick a favourite. I think it's really hard.
It's really tough, isn't it?
Wells would be up there. Wells and Holcombe would be up there. Cromer I love. I love the fact you can walk on Cromer Beach at any time of the year. And in fact, we tend to go there in the colder months rather than go there for a beach day.
Yeah. I think mainly because you've got everything around there, so we tend to go when it's autumn and we get chips afterwards.
You can wrap up and still walk on the sort of pebbly beach there as well, so it's quite nice.
Really nice.
I think for a proper kind of bona fide Norfolk Summer beach day, probably Wells, Brancaster, Mundsley.
Oh yes,
as well.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah.
I think they'd probably be my top choices personally.
Oh, cool. And you used to spend a lot of time as a child down at Mundsley, didn't you? I think
I did. Yes, we used to go to Mundsley quite a lot when I was a child, and Hemsby a few times, Wells a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
So and Brancaster.
Yeah,
as well. So
beautiful beaches.
When you've only got to drive half an hour to an hour to get to those beaches, that really is a privilege. From the city to the beach in an hour max.
Yeah,
wonderful. Norfolk has actually been awarded the prestigious Blue Flags for 6 of their beaches. Again,
this is new out, is it, for this year?
Yes, this year. Excellent. So the following beaches are Blue Flag beaches. So that's Cromer.
Excellent.
East Runton, Mundsley, Sea Palling, Sheringham and West Runton.
Wow.
Yep, they've all retained. So they already had a blue flag and they've retained them. So
that's fantastic.
Fabulous. It sort of qualifies them as some of the best beaches in Europe, basically, doesn't it? The blue flag scene.
I think so.
Something like that. And I think Norfolk has a plethora of blue flag beaches compared to lots of other counties in England, which is really cool as well.
I know when summer is really here in Norfolk, when I start to see the RNL lifeguards appearing at certain beaches along the Norfolk coast. And then, I know it's ready and we're getting ready for summer.
Enjoy our beaches safely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's really important, actually, to mention that the beaches are there to be enjoyed, and we are privileged in Norfolk to have some of the most fantastic beaches you'll ever likely to see, basically. Yeah. Not that we're biased or anything. However, there are some unique features of Norfolk being the way it is geographically.
Yeah.
That mean that things like there are some interesting tidal behaviours. And so it is important to understand how to use the beaches safely. So we thought we'd have a chat with Ted Morgan, who is the lead lifeguard supervisor for the RNLI for Norfolk and Suffolk.
Oh, excellent.
Discuss beach safety a little bit more.
Today on this episode of our podcast, we are joined by Ted Morgan, who's actually a lifeguard supervisor with the RNLI. Hello, Ted.
Hello, Andy. How are you?
I'm very well. And yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good.
Hi, Ted. Thank you for joining us today.
That's okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, excellent. I was just wondering whether you could tell us a bit more about yourself and your role within the RNLI.
Yeah, sure. So, as I said, my name's Ted Morgan, and I've had a role now at the RNLI since 2013, actually.
Oh.
So, in 2013, I started as a lifeguard when I was 16.
Okay.
Did that for 4 years, and now I'm a lifeguard supervisor. So, kind of moved up the ladder one step, and basically in charge of kind of getting the season organised and looking after the lifeguards, really.
Fabulous.
Fantastic. And what's encouraged you to sign up to be a lifeguard?
Well, so I grew up in Mundsley, so on the Norfolk coast.
Cool.
We moved as a family. We moved there when I was 10 years old. So I spent pretty much every day of my summer being at the beach, if I'm honest. So
Nice.
I had a job at so when I was 14, I got a job at the beach cafe in Mundsley.
Oh yeah.
With my friend's mum, actually. She was doing it. Any time I wasn't working there, I'd be in the sea messing about. Quite a few of my friends were quite into surfing, so I spent a lot of time in the sea. And just, saw the lifeguards on the beach every day in the summer. And I thought that's a pretty cool job. So as soon as I was old enough, so 16 years old, I applied for a job, and you have to do a lifeguard course kind of off your own back. So I did that, and got a job when I was 16. And you start off when you're 16 doing, 1 or 2 shifts a week. Kind of ease you in quite gently. And then, by the time I was 20, it was kind of my full-time job for the summer.
Wow.
And it worked really well around, I didn't go to university, but I went to college when I was, 17, 18. So, I'd finish college for the summer and then kind of be doing 40 hours a week on the beach. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Whoa.
Crikey, fabulous. Well, there are certainly worse places to work.
Yeah, I mean, so I did also, I had a job at a local supermarket, which I'd sometimes go do in the evenings because that was obviously a good job to have through the year.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it was quite obviously way better being on the beach. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you can become a lifeguard when you're 16. So if someone wanted to become a lifeguard, how do you sign up?
So there's kind of two main things you need to do. Obviously, you need to apply for a job with the RNLI.
Okay.
So we tend to kind of from January each year, we do quite a big recruitment campaign. So people should see it. There's a lot on social media now. Obviously,
I remember seeing some.
Facebook, Twitter. And we do push it quite a lot locally as well, where we can.
Makes sense.
Local kind of, we will do career events at colleges and sixth forms in the local area. And we have quite good connections now with a lot of the, coast, kind of nearer to the coast, sixth forms and colleges. If I'm honest, we get a lot of people apply to us in Norfolk through word of mouth because they've got friends or family who are lifeguards or who have been.
Sure.
But basically you apply online, like you probably would with most jobs now. And that's probably the main thing I'd say. If people are interested and don't really know how to go about getting onto a course, they should apply online, and then we can kind of pick that up and point them in the right direction.
Okay, fantastic.
And then there's two. So just going on to the lifeguard course, it's kind of an externally run course, so we don't have a whole lot to do with it. And there's two organisations in the United Kingdom which run those courses. One's called SLSGB, which is Surf Life Saving Great Britain, and the other one is called the RLSS, which is the Royal Life Saving Society. Both of which on their websites you can find courses, and we can kind of point you to the most local ones. But yeah, you complete that course, and that course basically teaches you everything you need to know about the beach and the conditions and the sea, but also how to rescue people, first aid, and how to work, as a patrolling lifeguard on the beach.
Okay, and is some of the training done in Lincolnshire? Is it?
Yeah, so this happens basically all around the coast and the United Kingdom. So so across the country really. We're all quite specific in our areas. Obviously, there's a lot of places across the country, so the RNLI breaks it all up. So I'm pretty much just in charge of looking after Norfolk and I dip into Suffolk a bit as well.
So you train, if you applied in Norfolk, you train in Norfolk. You don't have to sort of leave the county to do your training. Is that what you're saying?
You can train wherever. So, for example, say you're at university somewhere else in the country and there's a course nearer to you, you can go do that course. We're not picky at all.
Okay. And
but obviously I think a lot of people from Norfolk obviously want to do the most easy to access course. So those courses typically run in Cromer and Lowestoft.
Okay. And sort of what kind of characteristics are you looking for in a trainee lifeguard? What do you look for? If it's not too tough a question.
So the obvious one is obviously people with you need to be a fairly strong swimmer.
Yeah.
So if I'm honest, when I was 14 years old, I probably wasn't the best swimmer, but I realised that was quite a crucial part of becoming a lifeguard. So I started going to the pool a lot and training, and got myself a bit of a training plan, and kind of got my swimming up to standard. So the RNLI typically our main fitness test is a 400-metre swim in the swimming pool, which needs to be completed in under 7.5 minutes.
Okay.
Wow. Which, if you do a reasonable bit of training and you're a pretty strong swimmer, that's pretty achievable. At the moment, due to COVID and pools being shut, we've changed it slightly. So it's a 200-metre run, then a 200-metre swim in the sea, followed by another 200-metre run.
Crikey.
Which needs to be completed in under 8 minutes.
My goodness me, crikey. Wow.
Which, it's one of the things, so, if someone's not the strongest swimmer, they may not be able to pass those tests.
Sure.
Which, is obviously, that's the standard the RNLI sets. But once again, we have the odd person get in touch. He says, they used to be a swimmer, but they haven't swum in a while, and we're quite happy to, give them some kind of training tips and what to do and help them as much as we can.
Oh, fantastic. Because I was going to say what sort of training is involved. So if you sort of signed up and you've been accepted onto a course and you turn up and you're a moderate to strong swimmer, what training, what do you go, what happens after that?
So, so basically on this course, it's a bit of, we typically have, around kind of 6 to 10 people on the course, of different backgrounds and abilities and knowledge of the sea. So, but basically over the kind of period of the course, we'll do quite a lot. We teach it at the beach, so you're kind of on the beach. We'll teach you all about, sea conditions, waves, rip currents, tides, all the things you need to know about the sea, and also the beach. We will run through all the rescue equipment. So the main 2 pieces of equipment lifeguards use, a rescue board, which is essentially usually a big yellow surfboard. Tends to be about 10 feet long, and they'll have kind of little handles on the side, and they're pretty buoyant. You can have, three people on them, and they'll still be floating. And also the classic lifeguard rescue tube, which so we basically teach people how to use those pieces of equipment to rescue people. And there's quite a big emphasis on first aid as well. Lifeguards have pretty strong first aid skills with pretty limited equipment in a way, obviously being at the beach. But basically by the end of the course is when you pass, if you pass, you're kind of signed off as competent, and you'll have the skills you need to be an RNLI lifeguard.
It's great skills really to learn, isn't it?
Especially living in Norfolk.
So for me, when I was 16 and I started, and I'd go home each day from the course, and my mum and dad would ask, what I'd done, and I'd tell them, I learned today, how to do CPR.
Yeah.
And my mum was like, that's actually pretty, amazing at 16 years old, because you didn't know really how to do it. And it probably didn't really hit me until a few years later how, at that age, it's a pretty, cool thing to know, and definitely a skill which could, potentially really allow you to help someone one day.
Absolutely, excellent skills for life, really.
Definitely stick with me.
And returning lifeguards, because obviously you have the new ones who do the course, but returning lifeguards, they go on refresher training and things, do they?
Yeah, so what I've talked about there is the kind of, it's the external course in a way. It's actually not a whole lot to do with the RNLI. So, basically every year, if you're an RNLI lifeguard, whether you're a new one or a returning lifeguard, we do a lifeguard induction, which, it's basically, for us, it's 3 to 5 days, depending, basically on how we're running it that year. But it's just a chance for us to make sure everyone's up to date, back into the swing of things, and, just touching all the kind of key points, considering they've been away for 7 months and haven't actually done any lifeguarding, potentially.
Yeah, definitely,
Ted, you mentioned obviously you're a lifeguard supervisor, so what is your key role this summer?
So our key role during the summer is basically just to support the lifeguards. So they're the guys on the beach every day, keeping people safe, and we're basically kind of in the background, just supporting them. So we do a lot of the administration and sorting out, the day-to-day rotas and stuff. They'll go through a lot of equipment, so just making sure they've got the correct equipment every day. We have 16 beaches in Norfolk and Suffolk, from Wales down to Southwold. It's quite a big area. So there is quite a lot of just driving around and from beach to beach.
Shucks. Definitely.
And then, so there's 4 of us basically who work in that area as the supervisors, and we kind of each have 4 beaches, so we're directly responsible, basically just being the line managers to those lifeguards. Any issues they have, we're kind of there to help sort out. And just, all that day-to-day stuff most line managers will do with people.
Oh, fantastic. And talking about the Norfolk beaches, when will you be out patrolling the Norfolk beaches this year?
When does your role start in earnest, I suppose?
So we have 2 seasons in Norfolk. We have main season where we have 2 lifeguards per beach at 5 of the beaches.
Right.
And then we go to peak season where we basically bring on the rest of our beaches, and we increase the kind of manning levels at some of them.
Right.
The main season starts in Norfolk on the 1st of May.
Okay.
And that will be at Sheringham, Cromer, Munsley, Seapooling, and Goulston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then from the 3rd of July, we increased that to Wells comes online. We have a second beach at Sheringham. West Runton and East Runton come on. A second beach at Cromer, Hemsby and Great Yarmouth as well.
Gosh, wow. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Certainly sounds like you, busy.
And is it the 20th anniversary this year of the lifeguards?
Yeah, I think so. So I think so the RNLI kind of started the lifeguards back in 2001 in Cornwall, I believe.
Yeah.
As a bit of a trial, I think, that year, and to see how it went, because I think at that point most lifeguard services were council run.
Okay.
Okay.
And well, yeah, I'd imagine it went pretty well, considering we've now got, I think it's 249 beaches across the UK, so that includes Northern Ireland and Scotland. But yeah, it's great.
That is amazing. I only think the summer has begun when I see the lifeguards out there, particularly at Cromer when they're up there on the promenade.
Yeah. The last few weeks we've been basically taking all the kit to the beaches to get them ready, and we've seen quite a few people out and about on the coast, and a lot of people kind of see us and say, "Oh, are you starting soon?" And I think everyone's pretty keen to see lifeguards on the beach.
It's starting to get a bit busier, isn't it? One of my favourite bits of kit are the lifeguard bicycles.
Yeah.
We were quite lucky one year that we managed to get red bikes with kind of yellow tyres. So
So that was by luck, was it?
We get a lot of people kind of compliment the bikes. They quite like them.
Yeah. Do you actually use them?
They're really handy. So places like Cromer, Sheringham, where you have obviously most of the beach in those places is backed by promenade. It's quite a good way for lifeguards to cover ground quite quickly. So they'll use them just to patrol. So up and down the promenade if they need to go look at somewhere that's where they can't immediately see. And on occasion they have, with the rescue tube, use them to go rescue people who are quite far away. So quite a simple but really effective piece of kit, actually.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Because really, people should stay between the flags, shouldn't they, that you put out? But obviously,
Yes. I mean, that's if you that's obviously usually our biggest piece of advice. Really, if you're at a lifeguarded beach, and obviously you should always try to go to a lifeguarded beach, it's just swim between the red and yellow flags, and the lifeguards are there to look after you, and you shouldn't really get into too much trouble, as the red and yellow flags will always just be in the safest place to swim, basically.
Sure.
Yeah. But you have to keep an eye out, like you said, all along, really, don't you?
Yeah. So obviously we'll usually have the flags positioned, at the main part of the beach, but we're keeping an eye on the whole beach, and we've had a few rescues over the years where we've responded, over half a kilometre away.
Right.
Whether they've run it or cycled it. So
Wow. Okay. And are there any key things to be aware of at certain Norfolk beaches?
So I think it's funny actually. This was cool. We kind of get a stats report each year, and I just went through to check where our kind of busiest beaches are for rescues. And Wells and Sea Pooling stand out as the two kind of busiest, and they're both quite unique beaches. And if anyone's ever been to Wells, there's a dredge channel which runs from the harbour in Wells out to the sea. And Wells Beach has a pretty big tidal range. It's about a mile, I think. So at high tide, the sea's basically kind of pretty near to when you get onto the beach, and at low tide you can barely see it. But there's a channel which basically runs through the middle of the beach, and as it's dredged, it can the current in it basically can be pretty strong. I think it's 3 or 4 knots. So even top level Olympic swimmers struggle to swim against that. So it poses a bit of a unique challenge in that it can look quite nice and safe, but it can quite quickly pull people out their depth or to an area where they maybe didn't want to be if they're not the strongest swimmer. But once again, we have lifeguards there, and they police it pretty well and look after people, and they're always advising people. But also, at the RNLI, we do a lot of work at Wells, kind of promoting how to go there, have fun. It's a really beautiful beach, obviously, so we want people to go there and enjoy it. But how to stay safe, we'll put out, a lot of kind of safety messaging day to day, which is relevant to what's happening at that exact moment.
Yeah, you put out a lot of advice, which is great, don't you, about the beach safety and days out of the beach.
Yeah, so obviously the kind of biggest part of being a lifeguard is prevention. You want to stop people getting in trouble in the first place. So, safety messaging is key to that, really. So the other beach, Sea Pooling, it has, if anyone's ever been there, it has 9 man-made reefs, which I think went in the 90s, basically to kind of stop coastal erosion. And I'm not really sure if it was planned or if it just they didn't really anticipate it happening. But basically, out to each one of these, they're 200 meters kind of long, and they're like big boulder rocks, kind of reefs, and they're above sea level. These spits have formed, which at low tide they're really nice. They create these kind of big, almost lagoon-style bays, and you can walk out to the rocks. But as the tide comes in, there's quite a big drop from the spits into the kind of the main bays, and water will run off the spit where you can stand. It'll have quite a strong current running into the bay, so it can kind of pull you off your feet and quite quickly out to your depth. So once again, it's probably the beach where there's kind of the most education for the public and where we try to find people as much as possible. And once again, we'll just always put the red and yellow flags kind of, as far away from that area as we can, just to keep people safe. So.
Well, they're two fabulous beaches, but like you said, you've got to be aware, haven't you, when you go and visit these places?
Yeah, definitely. I think, if you're at a lifeguarded beach, the lifeguards are always there. If you've got any questions, just ask them. And we put out daily signs with, specific information about what might be dangerous that day. Also, if you're going to the beach, you should, try to check the weather forecast and the tide times for the day. All beaches should have, any kind of local hazards. There should be signage kind of explaining what it is and how to, stay safe and stay away from it, really.
What would you say is the best bit about your job?
Best bit? Do you know what? Some of my kind of best friends I've met through, I've been a lifeguard on my current role now, and day to day, the people I work with, we all get on really well, and it's really nice coming to work and working with those people. Bit of a cheesy answer, but I'd say all the lifeguards on the whole, they all get on really well. A lot of them are really close mates, and it's just nice that we're basically one big team.
That's brilliant.
And also, if that's kind of not going to do it for you, you get to work at the beach.
Yeah.
I probably don't really need to say a whole lot more, do I?
No, getting to work with your mates at the beach as one big team.
Perfect.
I think that's pretty much, that's kind of the perfect job for most people, really.
I don't know what else to say. Obviously, it just lifeguarding can teach you some skills and give you some experiences that, not many other jobs maybe can, working as a team in sometimes quite kind of critical, stressful situations. Obviously, I've kind of said all the kind of, catch to care, first aid skills you can gain, which, could really help actually save someone's life one day, which, I'm not sure a whole lot of other jobs can teach you that. So, it's just, becoming a lifeguard at 16 is, probably one of the best things I ever did, really.
Have you been involved in sort of some really critical, what would you call them, operations or incidents? And have you been involved in any incidents where lives have actually been saved in your career?
Yes, I think I was quite lucky. Well, not lucky. Hopefully, it was because I was doing a good job. I didn't have to do a whole lot of rescues, and never got to the point where actually save someone's life who, probably about being there, they might not be here. But I've had quite a few rescues along the years of, people who just get into trouble, and you go out and perform the rescue and get them back to shore, and then kind of you and the other lifeguards, if they need an ambulance or whatever, call the ambulance and you look after them. And it's nothing crazy, if I'm honest.
That's a good thing, I suppose.
We've had some good rescues while I've been a supervisor, where obviously the lifeguards have done it all, and I've kind of gone down after and said well done. And
cool.
We've had a few good ones at sea pooling, where we've had kind of groups of people, not in the immediate area, but kind of at one of the other bays get into trouble, and the lifeguards have had to kind of run down with on the rescue boards and do quite a big paddle, and sometimes pick up 4, 5, 6 people at once and get them back to shore. We've had a few. It's funny, we sometimes get so lifeguards will finish at 6 p.m. and we had one last summer where the lifeguards were kind of basically almost kind of over the top of the hill at Muntley going home. Had one last look at the beach and saw some people in trouble.
Oh my goodness!
Crikey.
Quite far away, and had to kind of do the dash back to the lifeguard hut and get aboard and run down the beach in their normal clothes and rescue someone.
Oh,
So,
wow, gosh, well, that was
things
fortunate.
like that. But you know, on the whole, I think we do a pretty good job at keeping people out of trouble in the first place.
Oh, you did a fantastic job.
Yeah, prevention's definitely better than cure, I guess. And do you get support from the RNLI lifeboats at all?
Yeah, so obviously there's a few beaches, kind of Wells, Sheringham, Cromer, where we have a lifeguard hut located pretty close to the lifeboat station.
Yeah.
So we try to get the lifeguards and the lifeboats to do training exercises most summer together, which there's been the odd occasion where, you know, they've had to help out on the same rescue, but more than anything, it's just good, you know, to know those people in case it ever happens.
What is sort of one key beach safety tip for Norfolk Summer this year?
I've already said it. I'd say just go to a lifeguarded beach. Obviously, we've got 16 from Wales down to Southwold, and in Norfolk, we've got there's a big variety of beaches you can go to. So whatever you're looking for, there's probably a lifeguarded beach that has that. And if you just simply, you know, Google or go on the internet and search Norfolk lifeguarded beaches, you know, the RNLI website has them all listed and a few details about each one. So yeah, that's my single biggest piece of advice. If you go to a lifeguarded beach, then most of the kind of safety work is obviously done for you by the lifeguards. And then swimming between the red and yellow flags, you know, you're pretty much that's as safe as you can be at the beach.
Oh, yeah. Great advice.
Yeah, indeed. I think that's brilliant advice. Thank you so much, Ted. Being a podcast all about Norfolk, and this season being about summer in Norfolk, we wondered what your favourite things to do are when you're not busy lifeguarding.
I quite like going to Mundley. I live in Norwich now, so I've moved away from the coast, but I do like going back to Mundley and having the odd kind of quiet day on the beach, or just sometimes in the evening to go get some fish and chips and sit there with friends or my partner. That's probably one of the best coastal things. My partner's parents live in Wales, so I spent quite a lot of time up there. And I actually hadn't spent a whole lot of time up there, if I'm honest, and didn't realise quite how, you know, spectacular Wales Beach can be. That's definitely a good one to go to if you can get there when it's not too busy. It's also our busiest beach. And actually, something I hadn't quite realised, so places like Galston Beach is it's a bit of a surprise, really. It's a really big open beach. The sand there is amazing. It's so soft, and I don't want to say it's a hidden gem because it's obviously quite a big town, but I don't think many people realise quite how nice the beach is there.
That's true. I think we tend to agree there. I think it's very underrated. Yeah, definitely. So that could be one for people to check out at some point.
Oh, definitely. And there's.
So I've only talked about coastal things there.
Well, you are a lifeguard supervisor, so you know. What about sort of you say you're in Norwich now. What about in Norwich? Where are your favourite haunts? Obviously, when things are actually open.
So I'm quite lucky. I live near Whippingham Lake, so
fabulous.
Cool.
Spend quite a lot of time there. My brother's got a kind of stand-up paddleboard, which we sometimes take out, and sometimes just go down the river and go for a paddle, which is always quite nice on the sunny days.
Perfect.
Like a lot of people, I took up golf during kind of lockdown and found a new sport, so I quite like going and playing golf with my dad at Sheringham.
Perfect. Some amazing views from that course, aren't there?
Yeah, well, I didn't realise, looking down towards Weybourne on a kind of sunny evening, it's pretty good. Got a lot of good pictures on my phone of that now.
Yeah, it's a fantastic thing, and there's nothing better than being near the beach and eating fish and chips, is there?
No, you can't beat it.
You can't beat it, really. No, absolutely. Well,
take a coat in the evening, though, because that.
Yeah. Well, the North Sea in general is a little bit chilly at the best of times. Thank you ever so much for your time today, Ted, and thank you and all of the lifeguards that will be looking after us on the beaches this summer. We are hoping this is going to be a really good summer for Norfolk, and busy, but in a really positive way after the last 12 months. We wish you all the best and hope it goes really well for you guys.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Thanks for having me on, and hope everyone stays safe this summer and can enjoy the coast.
Yeah, brilliant.
Thanks,
Cheers, Ted. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
That was really great speaking to Ted. Lots of knowledge about obviously beach safety.
Yeah.
And I feel even more happy about getting out there and enjoying the Norfolk beaches this summer.
Indeed, yeah, really interesting. And although, in the main part, it sounds like a fabulous summer job, obviously it is very serious and the safety messages are very important. So, so thanks very much for that, Ted. Yeah. The RNLI, obviously, big focus around Norfolk because we have such an extensive coastline. It is self-described as the charity that saves lives at sea. Mm-hmm. Yep. They are always looking for donations, I am sure, and you can see what they do at their website, rnli.org.uk. That brings this episode to a close. We'd better leave it there. We hope we have provided some interest and inspiration for your Norfolk summer. As ever, we would really love to hear your feedback on this episode, especially if you have a favourite beach or any comments about anything that you've heard that we've discussed today. We'd love to hear your anecdotes, your memories, and obviously all your suggestions.
Yeah, definitely. We love hearing them, don't we? Love hearing
Definitely.
them.
So you can contact us in the usual ways through our website, enjoyingnorfolk.co.uk, or find us Enjoying Norfolk on social media.
Yeah, and while you're out there on the Norfolk coast, on the beaches, do say hello to the RNL lifeguards, and also do pop in to some of the RNLL shops.
Yes,
they're up there, and buy a little something to take home with you, and you've also given a donation to help the RNLI.
You've helped a really important charity, and as I say, they do really make a difference locally as well. They're a really important part of the Norfolk coastal culture, aren't they? The lifeboats. So
yeah, definitely, and there's lots of open days that happen as well with the lifeboats, so you can get up close to lifeboats. We've been up close to the Sheringham one, haven't we? And obviously the Cromer
there's the
one
at the end of Cromer Pier as well. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a really good point. We obviously hope you enjoy your summer safely. So do take on board all the things that Ted was discussing. More than anything else, though, we hope you have an amazing summer in Norfolk. And as ever, we will be back shortly with another episode all about summery things to do here in the county. If you have enjoyed this podcast, do subscribe and leave us a review wherever you downloaded it.
Yeah, that would be great.
And we will speak with you again soon. Stay well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.